Welcome to Genius Invocation TCG! Oh my god, promoted by Sino in 3.1. We finally got the new epic card game mode that's very cool, very awesome, and this is the legendary mini game that we've all been waiting for. Can this be the new end game for us AR50 plus players? Is this the new end game while we wait for the new next story patch? Is this the next big thing in Genshin Impact? Well, before I answer those big questions, let us talk about the game overall. What is Genius Invocation TCG? So basically, it is a card game that you can play in Genshin Impact, and it is super cool and super epic, and there's a lot of stuff you can do in this card game. So, let's explain the rules. So what do? First, you roll a couple of dice, and you roll dice that are elements, right? So you got like cryo dice, you got like hydro dice, you got whatever. You know what I'm talking about, right? So you roll these elemental dice. It's kind of think of it like Pokemon energy, right? You're rolling Pokemon energy. Normally you would get like Pokemon energy cards, for you to like play shit with, but in this case you're rolling them. So you're rolling your energy, that way you can use it to do whatever you need to, right? You roll your energy, you get the energy, and then begins the action phase. And the action phase is pretty simple, right? It's pretty simple. You just you place that energy to use cards, or place that energy to use skills. And there's a lot of strategy involved with this, right? You can place down support cards, you can place down you can use character skills to summon summons, or you can just use skills to attack. There's a lot you can do. There's like all sorts of cards, event cards, support cards, like weapon cards, artifact cards. There's a lot of complexity. Yeah, my bad. I can't even fucking talk about this without stuttering. But there's a lot of complex parts, a lot of moving parts in this card game. It's clear that even though this was fucking mentioned way back in 3.1, they did put a lot of time into this fucking card game, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty simple. There are a lot of rules, but you will get used to them, especially if you play the tutorial. There's a lot of complex strategies you can be. And there are also a lot of ways you can play your cards. You know what I mean? For example, you could use a support card to maybe reduce the amount of energy you're using, or equip a weapon card to deal more damage and stuff like that. There's just a lot of complex moving ideas that are clashing together into this really cool, fun game, side game. Well, trying to enjoy, I guess, Genshin, right? You use all your resin, you hop in this TCG match, and have a little fun. Take a little break. And overall, it's a very complex thing. Obviously, we can talk about different methods or different ideas or strategies or whatever. But this is a review, right? This is a review, so I'm just talking about how big this game is, and how there's so much stuff you can do, right? Characters, you can be certain mains here and there. So we're not gonna go into depth into that. We'll just briefly talk about it, right? And obviously, speaking of mains and stuff, I of course became a Ganyu main, because of course I play Ganyu a lot in my overworld. So I might as well do it here. And so here in this clip of me playing, you can see me just destroying everybody with Ganyu. Not everybody, but with NPCs and shit. And I don't know, overall the game is really complex, but it's super easy to learn, and it's fun. It really is fun. I mean, there's just so many moving parts, but yet it all works really well. It really works really well. I'm not really a big card game type of guy, but it's really fun. It's really fun. It definitely takes inspiration from some card games. For example, the Pokemon card game, right? The whole energy aspect, at least. I mean, I'm only familiar with the Pokemon game aspect, and even then, it's been fucking a couple of years since I played. I mean, they even got their own version of Pot of Greed, which is a fucking Caco Greed. Am I right, guys? Yes. And also YouTube, I mean the bird, right? The rooster. I don't mean the inappropriate thing. But anyway, that's besides the point. like overall, this game takes a lot of inspiration from the other card games, but it does like the one thing that's like really unique about this card game, obviously, is that obviously besides you get to main and Genshin characters, right? Even in a card game, you can also like the big Genshin twist of them all, right? Is that you can do elemental reactions. So for example, right? I know in this like clip, right? In this clip and of me playing, I apply water or I apply cryo, right? And then right after that, I may switch to, a hydro or cryo, and I will do the frozen reaction and freezing up the enemy. Either that, or I'm probably just blasting everyone with Ganyu or Mona. One of those two. But you can do elemental reactions, right? Also, you could also do reactions. For example, you could put everyone in water, right? You soak everybody in water, and then just like put fire all over them, right? Add fire, right? So if they're wet, use a fire attack on them, and that way you could do the vaporize reaction, or if they're inflicted with cryo, use the fire reaction to do melt, or if they're if they're in cryo, right? If they're being affected with cryo, use electro to get superconduct. And there's like that's the one Genshin twist, right? You could do like elemental reactions and stuff, which is pretty cool. Frozen isn't as good as in the overworld, I will say. If anything, anything revolving like electric powers or some shit, like superconduct, electro charge, I feel is pretty good. I don't know about Dendro reactions. I have not seen any Dendro reactions from the NPCs. Oh yeah, speaking of NPCs, you play a lot of Genshin TCG with NPCs, and it's very, like I said earlier in the video, it is very, very super casual. That means you're playing with NPCs. There aren't that many rewards to begin with, so you're just playing for purely fun. And there's also like you get to play against other players too, which is pretty cool. And of course, those have even no rewards either. Like if you're fighting with NPCs, you're not getting much, right? You're not getting much rewards. You're just getting like new cards or something, right? And in a ranked match, not ranked match, but a casual match with another person online, you're getting nothing. But you're just doing it purely for fun, right? You're doing it purely for fun, and it's pretty cool. Like it's pretty cool. It's pretty chill. It's pretty relaxing, I guess. But yeah, but overall, you're fighting NPCs. If you want, you can fight other players as well. So it's like it caters to both the casual players and the hardcore players, I guess. Right? If anyone's a TCG addict, and now's the time to fucking pick up Genshin for the card game aspect, I suppose. I don't fucking know. But overall, it is really fun. It's not competitive, but it is exciting and thrilling, and it's something that a Genshin player might be interested in after they run out of resin or something. It's something worth picking up to. It's something worth trying, because I think it's really fun. Overall, I give this game a 7.5 out of 10. Right? And after all that praise I was giving it earlier, why is it 7.5 instead of 10 out of 10? Well, my biggest gripe with this game, right, is that I don't know if it's just me, but like there should be more rewards. Like there should be more rewards for playing TCG. It's very super casual, like Serena Teapot. Let's be real here. I mean, casual players, they love that shit. They love just playing mini games and having fun in Serena Teapot. But I play Genshin. Even though I am somewhat casual, I only log in like an hour a day to do my logins and spending my res and all that. There really isn't much incentive to play TCG. It is fun. Like the gameplay loop is fun, but you're playing it casually. You're not getting rewards. You're not getting anything for your, I guess, main team shit, for your overall team. You get primo gems in the beginning for like learning the game and stuff, which is pretty cool. But it's not really worth incentive. It's not really worth like play, right? Like earlier when I was earlier in the video, I was talking about is this the end game that we've all been looking for? And that's what I asked, right? Is it the end game? Is it something that we can do after we spend our resin? And the answer is, not really. It's fun. It really is fun. But once again, it's more or less just kind of It's more of like a little chore you have to do in your fucking weeklies in Genshin, right? Your battle pass. It's just another thing you just check off. It really isn't like exciting. It's just meh. Like it isn't the end game that we've all been looking for. Like it's not like the Spiral Abyss that is actually good. Like I said, it's more of a mini game than an end game type of thing, which is a little unfortunate because I really hope that this TCG thing could have been the end game that we've all been looking for, but I guess not. I mean, I guess I was hoping a little too much. That being said, though, the card game is amazing. It's great. All I'm saying is that this is not the end game that we've been looking for. And yeah, Hoyoverse, try again because my goodness, I'm still gonna log out after I finish my daily commissions and spend 160 resin. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of hard to just log in and play TCG every day when there's not enough incentives to play. Like I said, it's a fun, well-crafted, like what? This thing was like fucking promoted by Sino back in 3.1, and now it's fucking here in 3.3. Like they had a really short time from fucking Sino to fucking here to fucking make this fucking game and shit, but like this this game is well crafted. It's well done. It's got that Hoyo design, right? It's got that Hoyo fucking trademark to it. You know, it's fucking well crafted. It really is. Like the game is well crafted. It's really fun and I enjoy it. But it's not enough incentives for me to play, and yeah, it's not the game that we've been looking for. It doesn't hit as hard as the actual gameplay does, and the actual gameplay loop does. You know, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the end game. Anyway, yeah, that's the reason why I have 7.5 out of 10. It's great, but it's not what we've been looking for. And yeah, that's about it. Bye!